Hi there, Loy Machedo. Sweeney from LoyMachedo.com. Oh, who is Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? Just finished my running sessions. I thought I'd make this video. I got this question from a user. Obviously, I'll keep the name anonymous. And the question was, Loy, in order to, I'm paraphrasing because I can't read the email. The question was more on the lines of, Loy, do I need a coach to have a strong brand? Then, do I need to pay a coach to have a strong brand? And finally, does having a coach ensure visibility? So 3 questions, but all related to personal branding and coaching. So the first question being is, do I need a coach to have a strong brand? Do I need to pay a coach to have a strong brand? And would a coach help me gain visibility? So 3 questions. I'll answer them. Now, in the day and age of free information, YouTube and articles and people online who are marketing and selling their services, including people who position themselves as industry experts. Today, you can get any information you like. Just Google search anything. You can Google search how to find love. You can Google search how to make $1 million. You can search programming, karate, self-defense, cooking, literally anything that you search online, you'll find somebody sharing with you the information. Okay? In some cases, the people who are sharing are good. In some cases, they are not good. In some cases, this is information just for your knowledge. And in some cases, it is practical stuff that you can do. Okay? Now, let's break it down so as to understand. Let's take something as simple as, let's say I'm sick, I have fever, okay, or I have some symptoms. Obviously I would Google search, okay, my body's paining, I have a blocked nose, my body temperature is rising, what should I take? If you Google search, you'd get popular websites like Mayo Clinic, or you'd get some doctor, or you'd get some website that would actually give you the solution. What you should do: drink plenty of fluids, do exercise, have fresh air, take paracetamol, Panadol, others they call it. Eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, take plenty of rest. Okay, standard stuff. And if you do take paracetamol, if you do take rest, if you do eat fresh fruits and vegetables, eat healthy, chances are you'll get better. Okay? So this is, you're sick, you Google searched, you got the answer. But now let's assume you fractured your leg, you broke your leg, or someone pierced a sharp object in your eye. Now, the chances are, for something severe of this sort, you wouldn't Google search. Like if you broke your arm or someone stabbed you in the eye, you're not going to Google search and say, okay, how do I fix a fracture? Or how do I repair my eye? Because it's something which is urgent, which is vital, which is very important, which can be life-threatening. So in this case, you would not search Google, you would not go to YouTube. Let's give another example. Your small baby has fever, you'll Google search. Or your small baby has a rash, you'll Google search. But if your baby has met with an accident, you're not going to Google search, you will take the baby to the hospital. So the first example that I gave you is the urgency and importance of the situation. So if your personal brand is matter of urgency and importance, you'd not go to Google, you'd not check it on YouTube, you would approach a professional. Okay, but if it was just chumma, it's okay, whatever, I'll improve on my personal brand. Okay, today one tip from Gopu, tomorrow one tip from Mark, next day one tip from Shirley. So different people, different piece of advice. Okay, now second example, let's assume that you have a wedding. Now for a wedding, you can either ask one of your relatives to do everything for you. Like let's say, okay, my nephew is good in DJing, my uncle is good in catering, my brother has a venue in his house. So you cut down costs. Most probably the relatives will not take money. Some other people, they will be like, no, I'll go to a professional, I'll go to someone who knows what they're doing. But they may not go to the most expensive. They'll go to what they can afford based on their budget. So they'll not go to a 5-star, maybe they'll go to a 2-star or 3-star. And then finally, there are those people who don't leave a dime spared. They'll approach the best 5-star caterers, 5-star venue, 5-star entertainment or event management or wedding management company or a wedding planner. Okay, so again, another example. So in the same way for you, let's assume your wedding. Would you approach your relatives and friends to do it for you for free? And do you expect them to give you amazing quality? Or would you go to a 2-star, 3-star, or would you go to the best of the best? Okay. The second one speaks about your budget. The third one is the urgency and importance. Let's say that you are actually going for an interview, okay? Or rather, you're applying for jobs. You don't have any confirmed job, you don't have any confirmed interviews. So, there you'll be like, let's just go with the flow. But on the other hand, if suppose you come to know that your salary is 10,000, let's assume your salary is 10,000 and there is a job for which you're qualified for and most probably you will get. And that job is like, let's say 50% higher income. Instead of 10,000, they're going to pay you 15,000. And your chances of you getting is very strong. So that 5,000 extra, that 50% extra revenue every month for the same job that you're doing, same number of hours. Now, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to lose that. You would make sure that you'd go to someone who could guide you and teach you how to get it. Okay? So one was taking a casual approach, one was taking a serious approach. So in the same way for you, where personal branding is concerned, you can go online, you can check videos, you can meet friends, you can read articles. But that would be a casual approach. That wouldn't be a serious approach. I haven't met a single boxer. I haven't met a single MMA fighter, like who does it both as a hobby or who does it professionally, who has watched YouTube or read an article to become a boxer. Now you would say, Loy, that is a skill. We are talking of an image. Fine. For image, you can either read how to wear a professional suit or engage and have a worthwhile conversation, or you can approach a professional. Obviously, if you approach a professional, you have to pay money. So what is the difference between both? The person who uses YouTube and articles is not hardcore, is not serious. I can challenge you one thing. The person who goes to a professional coach versus the person who does their own research, the person who goes to a professional coach will have more success. Why? Okay, it's not only, I know you will think that, Loy is marketing and selling himself. Obviously, I have to because it's my daily bread and butter. I mean, you'd not meet any person who's selling a service and saying, no, you don't need to come to me, it's crap. Come on. So, but the logic that I would give you is, you might be doing personal branding for 1 hour a day, okay? You're doing personal branding for 1 hour a day. I'm doing personal branding for a living. You will do it 1 hour a day. I will do it 16 hours a day. You will do it just for 2-3 weeks or months. I've been doing it for nearly 16 years now. So who do you think knows more? The person who does it as a hobby or the person who does it as a living? And last if not the least, this is the best example I can give you. Me, when I wanted to get in shape and run the half marathon, I adopted the same strategy. When I wanted to run the half marathon and get fit, the first thing I did is what like everyone else does. I searched online for articles, I saw videos, YouTube videos. I literally purchased all the books related to running. I have a massive selection, almost all the books related to running, fitness, nutrition, exercise. I purchased all. That has been my approach, self-study. And I started reading and researching and doing all the exercise by myself. I did it for 2 years. There was a little improvement, okay? There was improvement. However, it was not up to the mark. Then, getting frustrated, I finally joined some running groups. I joined running groups and they were dedicated. They would do it once a week. So my speed increased a little bit, and obviously you have running mates, running colleagues. We would plan sessions, and some of them having more experience than I did, they were able to share bits and pieces of their wisdom and experience. So that helped me improve a little bit more. So this continued for another couple of months. And then obviously as I got more experience, I went and asked more seasoned people. However, there was still this massive gap between the people I wanted to compete with, the records I wanted to break, and the competition. So it was only after one of my running colleagues, and you'd know this if you are part of my Facebook or you watch my videos. One of my running colleagues, whose name is Santosh, he's in his 50s, he made fun of me one day as a joke. Loy, the day you can run 21 kilometers faster than me, I'll change my name. And everyone burst out laughing, everyone. Primarily because I was a controversial, irritating joker. And people love to, you joke with others, people love to joke with you. But I took it personally. I found it insulting. And I'm glad he did that because it lit a fire under my ass. So the following day, for every day, I would train very hard. Every day, I would do research. Every day, I would go to a gym coach, and I would do everything, every single thing possible to want to beat this guy. So I had a target now. I had a goal. And I even, I remember trying bodybuilding steroids, actual steroids. The result, the following year, when the half marathon came, I was actually slower. I fell sick and my record was one of the worst. I couldn't understand because I was confused because I ran twice the amount. I did twice the effort. I spent money on steroids. I did everything. Then how come I was more further back? And obviously he did laugh again. He did have a good joke at my expense. And that is where I realized I was helpless. I was very upset, very hurt. My back was against the wall. And that was when I decided I would go approach a professional coach, a real professional coach. It took me 3 months of searching, asking, and I found the guy. The guy refused because he was busy. He used to do one-to-one. And he was expensive. He was charging $150 an hour. And I was like, what the fuck, yeah. I mean, this is expensive. But then again, if you want the results, you need to pay the money. I made the mistake of trying to bargain with him, and then he didn't bother to pick up my call for another 1 month. So I literally pleaded. I said, apologies, I'll pay you whatever rate you ask. We started to train. Now, just keep in mind that I had spent 6 years prior doing everything in my power for 6 years with zero improvement. And even if there was improvement, there'd be improvement and then I'd go back. improvement, and go back. And then I was becoming worse. So I went with this guy. His name is Jacques Sophie. You can see on my Facebook. And this was, I think, 4-5 years ago. To my shock and surprise, Jacques Sophie, when he took me on board, the first thing he did was, he didn't ask me to run, nothing. He just called me the first day. I still remember this. He called me the first day in a Holiday International Hotel near Satwa. And he told me, okay, let's start with the basics. So I was like, okay, we're going to run or something. So he asked me to touch my toes. I was like, what? I was like, okay. He asked me to touch my toes. He asked me to bend my knee. He asked me to reach up. He asked me to, different poses, more like a yoga pose. I was like, what is he trying to do? So he took down his notes. And then afterwards, he said, okay, show me your running wear, running clothes, gear. I showed him. Then he asked me what food I eat. He asked me what do I drink. He asked me what do I do 3 days, 5 days, on the day of the race, after the race. And I was like, I just eat. And clothes also I just showed, normal shorts, normal shoes, maybe Reebok or whatever I had that time, some socks. To my shock and surprise, after a few days, he asked for a meeting and he had a long list. And then he gave me specific problems. He said, your spine, this is the issue. Your knees, this is the issue. Your breathing, this is the issue. And why flexibility is important. Why proper gait, the physiology, the way your body moves. What needs to be changed about your diet. In fact, what surprised me even further was he even recommended what underwear I should wear, sports underwear, what socks I should buy. There were particular socks. What compression should I use? What energy gel that I should use when running? What I should do before, 1 hour before exercise, 1 hour after exercise. There was a massive list. And I was actually surprised. I never met anyone who told me all this. And then, where my exercise was concerned, he didn't make me run. He just made me do stretches every day, stretching. And the running was also pretty strange. He didn't make me run on the normal track like other athletes. He made me run on the beach, and that too in water. And I was like, why is he making me run in water when it's so difficult and hard? It's only later on that I found out that when you run in the water, you have to lift your leg higher. And that forces you to run lifting your leg. Because you can't run in water with your legs just being dragged. And the sand being soft, it forces you to exercise. The impact is less. And long story short, exactly after 8 months, just 8 months of training under him, I ran the fastest that I ever ran in my career, in my whole life. I ran the fastest, even faster than what I did in school and college. That also, mind you, with a lower back injury, with my knees busted due to heavy weights, wear and tear of joints. I had done years of bodybuilding. And I couldn't walk properly. It was that bad. So only because of his professional guidance and advice. And it took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of effort, a lot of sacrifice. 3 days a week, getting up every day at 4 o'clock, from preparing my meals to going to the venue that was in Jumeirah. I used to stay in Sharjah. So it took a lot of effort, a lot of hard work. I would drive down 1.5 hour drive, sleep in my car, and then he would come at the appointed time. The reason I drive early is because I didn't want traffic. There are a lot of sacrifices. Training 8 hours a day, 3 days a week, and I did this for 8 months. So And this is not where the story ends. The shocking part was when I roughly calculated, because I had an Excel sheet, I roughly calculated how much I'd spent on him. The dress, the clothes, the watch, there was a heart rate monitor to check my heart, my pulse, so many other things. What I realized was the amount that I spent on him was quite a lot. But the results I got were like mind-boggling. It was unbelievable. I never in my wildest dreams imagined what I would have achieved under him ever in my life. Okay? And the second surprising thing what I found out was all these years that I had gone to YouTube and articles and asking just Tom, Dick and Harry. It had taken me 6 years. And I didn't achieve any progress after that. They were just sparks and it just fizzled out. The amount of time, effort and money I had spent trying to do things by myself, when I calculated the 8 months, I spent much more doing the wrong things. I wasted my money, I wasted my time, I wasted my effort doing the wrong things. But here, when I had someone who would hold me accountable, someone who would constantly check on me, someone who would push me when I'm down, someone who would guide me, someone who had the experience, it was so much more better. There were days when I was down, there were days when I was confused, there were days when I did stupid things. He was there for me. And to this day, even though we had a fallout later on, differences of opinion, we were both strong-headed. I still respect him. I still have tremendous regard for him, because the results I achieved under him, had I never done it, never. I became a triathlete, I became a swimmer, I became a runner, I became a cyclist. I was at the best shape of my life. Not only health-wise, in terms of running, everything. I owe it to him. It was an education for life. So, coming back to you, what do you want? I mean, if you have all the time in the world, just take it easy, relax. Just watch some YouTube videos, listen to some books. Take one technique from here, one technique from there. It may work. I'm telling you, it's not that every person on this planet has a coach. And here's another thing. It's not that every person who takes a coach will succeed 100%. It's a two-way effort. So on one hand, it depends on your sense of urgency and importance. Like I said about the wedding, you can choose your own relatives to do the stuff, or you can approach a professional company. Okay? The second part is, it depends on your budget. Third one, it depends on the sense of urgency, how life or death, or are you really committed? Do you really want to make a change? Or is it just a casual, hey, yeah, man, personal brand, I'll just do it, Okay, I'll wear a new suit. That's personal branding. Or, I'll act sophisticated, or I'll take this course. It's all up to you, It's nobody can make those decisions for you. However, me, at this point of my life, if I was in my 20s, I would go online, check YouTube, read the articles. But today, at the age of 42, my time is very, very important. Very important. I value my time. I respect my time. I know that I have another 20 more years before, I am considered old. So time is of essence. So if there's anything that requires doing something professionally, whether it's Facebook marketing, YouTube marketing, SEO, whatever, I consult only professionals. I don't do it by myself. There are so many things I can do by myself, but a lot of limitations. So instead of me trying to focus on areas that I'm not good at, I approach professionals and get it done. Like they say, penny wise, pound foolish. This, what do you call that? This, in my house, even the cleaning, I get a person who cleans the house. Now, they are not a professional company, because I don't need a professional cleaner. I have a person who comes and cleans the house once a week, just the 2 toilets and kitchen. When my baby is sick, I don't check YouTube or articles. I go to a proper doctor. My health also same. So, it's all up to you now. You decide how important things are for you, how important your time is. Do you have all the time in the world, or is it a matter of urgency? How badly do you want to achieve success? Maybe you're happy just being happy-go-lucky, earning a little bit more than someone else. Or maybe you want to do it full-time professionally. For me, today, I earn much more than people who have MBAs or PhDs. Quite a lot. And I work, you can say I'm hardly working. It's not that I'm a millionaire, and it's not that life is a bed of roses. Yes, there are challenges, and there are days where, there are ups and downs. That is normal for everyone. But my life compared to most others is much, much better because I approached the industry professionals. The initial phase of my life, I spent, I think, close to $500,000. That is 6 years ago. I borrowed money, I begged, I took loans, whatever. Yes, they were stupid people, and yes, in some cases, they were really worthwhile. But after wasting money, making mistakes, finally found the right people, and today, I'm living the life of my dreams. I'm living exactly the way I want. Well, it would be nice to earn another $1 billion more, then I'd be super happy. But apart from that billion, I have a perfect wife, I have a perfect baby, I have a perfect life. I'm the boss of my own time. I do whatever I like. It's all because I invested in my brand. So if your life is a matter of urgency and importance, if it's really, really urgent and important, if it's something you really want to do, really want to change, want to see amazing results, then and only then, take a coach. But remember, you need to put the effort as well. Otherwise, why bother? Just chill pill, man. Watch some videos, read some articles, try 1-2 things here and there. Who knows? Maybe by doing that, from being a person who doesn't know how to cook, maybe you could be one of those billions who would actually become a 3-star Michelin chef by watching videos. Anyway, this is my take. Let me know your thoughts, and if you have any questions, send them to me, WhatsApp or email. It's me signing off for now. Take care.